Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's football prediction of Betkraft. Another wonderful morning and another beautiful Thursday morning, actually. And as usual, a lot of games going on across the globe. And so we have a few of them that we selected and made our in-depth analysis on these games and brought it forward for you. Okay, and in a short while we'll be looking at these games one after the other, and containing this game is Europa Conference League matches that will be going on today, and also some Europa League matches that will be there also. And in a short while we'll be looking at these matches after the order, and we'll like to use the opportunity to ask those of us who are yet to subscribe to our channel to kindly take our time to hit the subscription button down there so that you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will be up on this channel on a daily basis. All right, that being said, let's head to the business of today. All right, without much ado, today's prediction starts with the Europa Conference League qualification match, where we'll have KuPS coming up against Tromsø. Okay, and in this very matches, as usual, we'll take a look at how these teams have fared in the recent encounters, and also look at their home and away performances, and add it up and also make a verdict on these very matches. So we look at KuPS. They've been able to achieve 4 victories in the last 6 games that they had, and they also have had 1 draw and 1 loss in the past 6 games that they had. And away side Tromsø have been able to achieve 2 wins. They've also had 1 draw as well as 3 losses in the past 6 encounters. And when we take a look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you could see that KuPS, the Finnish side, have been able to achieve 9 victories in the past 10 home games, and they've lost just 1, which was against Hercules. All right, and on the other hand, Tromsø, the Norwegian side, have been able to achieve 4 victories playing from away. They've also had 4 losses as well, and also they've had 2 draws in the process, playing 10 games from away. And looking at all this together, that from the home and away perspective, we know that KuPS is a very fine team and they're doing very well. But Norwegian League, Tromsø also is a very strong team. Norwegian League is a stronger league when compared these two. So we do expect a very tough match for both sides, and we do expect a very even match. And in this very encounter, also noting the fact that for KuPS, 8 times out of the last 10 games that they played, I saw them playing a scoreline that is actually very high, above 3 goals. And Tromsø, on the other hand, have seen a high scoring encounters on 5 occasions in the past 10 away games that they played so far. So I do expect to see a lot of goals flying in this very encounter. So verdict is actually an over 2.5, a minimum of 3 goals for this very encounter. That's what we expect in this very game. All right, that will take us to the next game for the day, and it is actually in Europa Conference League once again. And this time around, it is Go Ahead Eagles who will be up against Brann of Norway once again. And when we look at Go Ahead Eagles, the home side, they've been able to win 5 games in the past 6 recent games. They've also had 1 loss in the process, but Brann have been able to achieve 2 victories. They've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss in the past 6 games that they had so far. So when you look at the performances from home and away perspective, you could as well see that Go Ahead Eagles have been able to achieve 4 victories from home. In the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 4 losses playing from home. That includes the friendly matches and also the league matches that they played out so far. So, and away side, on the other hand, Brann have been able to achieve 4 victories from away. They've also had 2 draws as well as 4 losses in the past 10 away games that they had so far. That goes to show that these two teams are evenly balanced once again. And in this very encounter, looking at the situation, we expect to see both sides scoring, because that has been very prominent for the home side. The last 2 games that they played out, saw both sides scoring, and also for the away side, Brann in the last 4 games have actually produced both sides scoring, on those 4 away games that they had so far. So it is expected to see. I expect to see both sides scoring in this very one. It is go. That's our body for that very game. And that takes us to the next for today. and it is in Europa Conference League once more, but this time around it is Djurgården of Sweden who will be up against Progress Niedercorn. All right, when you look at Djurgården, they've actually achieved 3 victories in the past 6 games. They've also had 1 draw as well as 2 losses, and Progress have managed to achieve 3 victories as well, but they've also had 3 losses in the past 6 recent encounters. But when you look at the performances from home and away perspective, you can see that Djurgården have been doing very well playing from home, and in the past 10 home games they've actually seen 7 victories in the past 10 home games that they have so far. They've also had 2 losses, and 1 draw as well. And on the other hand, Progress on the other hand have been able to their away side have actually seen 4 victories from away, but also had 2 draws as well as 4 losses in the past 10 away games that they had so far. Putting all that together, it is the home side Djurgården, playing from Swedish league, a very strong league, that's expected to rise to the occasion in this one and win this match outrightly. It is home win. That's all that is for that very game, and that takes us to the next game for the day, and it is in Europa League qualification match. We'll have Molde of Norway once again coming up against Silkeborg of Denmark. All right, when you look at these 2 teams, Molde have achieved 3 victories in the past 6 recent encounters. They've also had 2 draws and as well as 1 loss in the past 6 encounters. But their away side Silkeborg have also seen 2 victories, 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 6 recent games that they have played so far. So taking a look at how they have performed from home and away perspective, because as well say that Molde, the home side, have achieved 5 victories playing from home. They've also had 2 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 10 home games. But quite noticeable is the fact that 9 games out of the past 10 home games have actually produced a lot of a high scoring encounter that have actually produced a high scoring game, over 2.5 on 9 occasions. Some of the matches, actually seen over 3.5, on 9 occasions out of 10. So the away side also have seen a very similar situation, even though they've been able to achieve 2 victories in the past 10 away games. They've also had 3 draws as well as 5 losses, but also have seen a very high scoring encounters, severally, and we do expect to see in this very match over 2.5 as well. We expect to see a lot of goals flying in this very one. It is over 2.5. That's all for this very encounter. Okay, and that takes us to the next for the day, and it is in Finland, second division, where we have TP47 who will be up against JS Hercules of the Finnish league. And when you look at the home side, they've been able to achieve 4 victories playing in the recent game that they played out so far, and they've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. And they're looking at their away side Hercules, on the other hand, have had just 1 victory. They've also had 3 losses as well as 2 draws in the past 6 encounters that they have so far. So when you look at how they have fared from home and away perspective, you see that the home side TP47 have been able to achieve 6 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 1 draw as well as 3 losses. But looking at their away side, on the other hand, Hercules have managed 3 victories, 1 draw as well as 6 losses in the past 10 away games that they had so far. And from the head-to-head record, the last time both teams met was in May this year. We saw TP defeating this side from away by 7 goals to 1. That goes to show you how strong this side is, and playing from home once again, we expect to see a high scoring encounter. We expect to see the home side winning and an over 1.5 in this very game. So home win plus over 1.5, that's all for that very encounter. And that takes us to the next game. That happens to be the last for the day, and it is in Iceland, where we have Grótta coming up against Grindavík. And Grótta, in the past 6 encounters, have lost the entire 6 games that they played out so far. And the away side, on the other hand, Grindavík have managed 2 victories. They've also had 3 losses as well as 1 draw. And when you look at the performances from home and away perspective, you see that the home side Grótta have managed to achieve 4 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 5 losses as well as 1 draw. And which side Grindavík have been able to achieve 4 victories as well, playing from away. They've also had 3 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 10 away games that they have so far. And looking at the head-to-head meetings for both sides, you can see that the last time they met, which was just said, saw them playing out a 2-2 draw. At another occasion, Grindavík played from home, and also prior to that, we saw them playing out a 2-1 victory. Grindavík defeating inside by 2-1 from away. That was earlier this year, February this year. So it goes to show that the last 2 meetings for both sides have actually produced a lot of goals. But in this very encounter, we do expect the away side, Grindavík, not to lose outrightly. So we do expect the away side, winning or draw and over 1.5. So away win or draw and over 1.5. That's all about it for that for game. And that brings our predictions for you today on Betkraft to a conclusion. You should do best of luck, and I hope the ticket goes great. Also remember to play responsibly. It's only a football game, and you can have. That being said, tomorrow is another wonderful day, and we'll be coming up with our predictions as usual. But until then, keep winning.